I'm going to explain how Starbucks, a company that sells coffee, the largest coffee chain, cafe, store, franchise in the world, is also somehow the 54th largest bank in the United States. And it's all thanks to a really clever rewards program that they put together several years ago that has become an unbelievable success that nobody knows is even happening because unlike all the other banks, the hundreds, if not thousands of banks that they actually are larger than, they are not a regulated financial service company, let alone a regulated or chartered bank. So they get to kind of do this all under the guise of a retail company that sells coffee, but make money like a bank. And why I think this is an important subject is I believe all businesses that have good products and services that people want, in other words, all businesses that have a demand for their products are also going to become banks in the future, and how my company Garage is actually attempting to facilitate that future. So let's go back to Starbucks. Starbucks at some point realized that a significant portion of their revenue comes from the same people. This is the first realization. And in any business, a lot of businesses can realize this, that, hey, it's the same customers. And this is not a subscription business. What I love about Starbucks' story, not a software company where this would have been kind of easier, and not a reoccurring subscription business, not a telecom, not a insurance company that kind of takes payments on a monthly basis. It's completely voluntary whether you come back to Starbucks or not anytime you go there. And yet they were able to understand these trends, execute it flawlessly, like execute it better than most banks, and are now the beneficiaries of it. Okay, so let me give you the story. Number one, they realized that a vast majority of their customers, their revenue comes from reoccurring purchases, which makes sense because although coffee is not a subscription product, a lot of people, once they pick a coffee company, stick with that coffee company and drink coffee every day. Number two, what they realized is they needed a way to incentivize customers to be able to know what they want to purchase. So this goes into efficiency. If Starbucks somehow knew customer data, which prior to this app, prior to their Starbucks card, they didn't know any customer data apart from store level data. So they wanted to create a digital footprint for the behavior of their customers. So that's the second problem or second observation. And finally, what they realized is their brand is so strong. And again, you don't need to be as big as Starbucks to implement this, but their brand is strong enough where people are going to trust them, right? Now, do people trust them with their money? No, they still don't trust them with their money. It's just done in an indirect fashion. So Starbucks released two things: the Starbucks app, where you can make orders and come pick it up, but also where you can redeem offers and you get offers for being a part of that app, and the Starbucks card, where essentially you can pay when you go to a Starbucks counter, you can pay top money up into the card like a debit card, like a prepaid debit card, and then you can spend from that card. And a lot of times people don't, at the beginning, people just topped it up and spent it, and they gave an incentive. This is very key. They gave an incentive for you to do that additional step. Even though that additional step is pretty frictionless, it's not like they had to waste a lot of time. They're already at the cashier. For the cashier to say, hey, do you want to just add whatever from your Visa card to here and then pay for the coffee which you just ordered? It's not really that serious, but even for that, they added an amazing incentive. I remember almost 10 years ago when I first got introduced to this, I'm like, and I wasn't even an avid Starbucks customer, but it still made sense. They're like, hey, at the time, Starbucks never gave refills. And they said, if you buy from this card, the particular drink would give you refills, which is like, whoa, because Starbucks is known to be expensive. And then they added all these other things. You get free stuff, you get every so amount of purchases, you get this, but all of that only if you pay through this card. And hey, frictionless to get that done. Boom. Would you know that this innovation, they had a great app, they had a great card, they have a great brand. But what has this resulted in? Let me tell you some of these statistics. Let me read them out for you because they're insane. Today, there is 1.85 billion US dollars of unspent card money. This means people have topped up $10, spent $8, left $2. I'm like this. I probably have like $1 or so left in my Starbucks account. 1.85 billion. That's why I said they have more deposits currently outstanding than 90% of commercial American banks. They are the 54th largest bank by that deposit number. Number two, this is what is actually, before I tell you this, let me tell you some of the other stats, which is insane. 56% of revenue at corporate operated Starbucks comes from people that have this card. Over half the revenue, they were completely correct, comes from reoccurring customers that are paying through this card. I mean, it's insane. 9 in 10 app users, so people that downloaded the app. By the way, getting the app doesn't mean you don't need to get the card. That's a choice. 9 of the 10 people that downloaded the app end up topping up the card, and 18% add funds when they're redeeming gift cards. 28% put auto reload, like they're automatically getting debited from their bank to their Starbucks account. I mean, it is so incredible. I will tell you what the last statistic. Out of the $1.85 billion left on the card. And by the way, it's not that $1.85 billion was loaded on. $10 billion almost is loaded on every year. $1.85 billion is the money people forgot about because they topped it up. They know they're going to spend it one day, may not spend it. It's okay. That's generating upwards of $200 million in interest for Starbucks. And this is the absolutely crazy part. Whereas all the other banks have to pay interest to hold your money in the form of a savings account and then lend it out at risk to make revenue. And that's their whole business. Starbucks, anyway, is selling coffee. That's not even their blending, is not even their business. And they don't have to make loans because they're getting money at 0% interest, which no bank, not even JP Morgan Chase does, and then gets to leave that money in a high yield bond account or US Treasury account. We're generating multiple percentage points every year, which is all profit. This is the definition of an outstanding and unbelievable success. And the interest money and the outstanding balance, just cool statistics, which really kind of it shows you the scale of this thing. What's really incredible is almost everybody, 90%, 82% of people who top up their card are gonna buy a drink. It's like the customer is coming and committing to buying a drink that he has not bought yet. Do you know how valuable that is for a business? And now let me translate this to you. I believe every great is even an overstatement. Every good company that has customers that like their product, could have even a single customer, does not have to have millions of customers like Starbucks, will be giving their customers something equivalent to a Starbucks card. It could be a Shorupan card, a Blazer card, a painting card. These are cards issued by the business owner where they can offer discounts and offers to and rewards to their customers. And their customers can say, well, I'm going to come back anyway. I'm going to spend the money here anyway. Well, let me just top up so that I'm going to spend the money. I'm going to spend it through my card that's issued by the business, my account, wallet, a rewards system that's issued by the company so that I can earn these rewards. And because I'm a loyal customer, I want to get a benefit. And this is actually a very expensive thing. Starbucks spent millions, if not tens of millions of dollars developing this technology. And so for an average business to be able to get it and offer it to unlimited amounts of clients, it will take some time. And which is where we step in at Garage. We allow you to do this for free. As a business owner that launches on Garage, you get your own store wallet where you can issue your own rewards, your own reserves, your own ability to be able to do what Starbucks did and reward loyal customers at the same time benefiting from the future spend that a customer is going to do on your business.